want a chance to get in here. I saw us. First person, and please let me know if I'm clear. Let me know if I'm too close. I'm not sure if it's safe. Thank you, Page E3. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Visit the website, upscaleknowledge.org. I got a subscription plan, y'all can check it out. I'm gonna be doing movies on there. So make sure you check it out. I also have a ancient Kemetic Egyptian course coming up a week or two. I'm going to be explaining, from Amen to Ra. Meaning many people think there's like a deity, Amen Ra. Amen is Amen and Ra is Ra. When you're dealing with all the ancient Egyptian deity, you're just speaking of one thing going through its many emanations. When I say emanations, I mean like stages of evolving, manifesting out. That's why it's called a coming forth by day. So you can think of an individual body, of a person, a dog, anything. Sperm cell gets egg, and you have many different transitions before the coming out. Of course, this is the awareness blossoming. So it's basically just speaking of like one awareness, an individual's awareness, whether you're speaking of the universal body or your own, starting off as air, space, or consciousness, and then that going through its stages of manifesting out. But Amen's one stage, Ra's basically the pinnacles of that thing. Peace and Wisdom Day, Snow. So like I said, I have an ancient course coming up. A week or two you can check. Explaining all the deity, which is just one deity going through its transitions. Now, if y'all have any questions, y'all can ask. You guys see the title. There's going to be a more detailed video on this. Meaning this is just a part. Well, this is nothing, but I have like a video. If you're part of the membership, meaning if you join and you've seen the crucifixion of Christ, the full video, like that, I'm putting together evolution video, and from Fly to Pharaoh is a part of it, where I explain, what the Pharaohs are in depth, as well as this world, and so imagery and all of that going with it. But I do want to say this in regards to mummies. When you're dealing with When you're dealing with life forms, you have molting, or molt, M-O-L-T. If you're a follower of Islam, Malakal molt. But you have molt. Molting is like when a life form sheds its hair, skin, shell, even teeth. Think like a child, they shed their teeth to make room for new growth. So molting is like that. Peace and wisdom, Carolina Cash Point. And so you have molting. I appreciate myself. I don't want to hold y'all. Y'all want to tell me? Y'all want me to take a moment to tell you how much of a legend I am? Just let me know. I always got time for shit like that, yeah. But you're right, I'm very underappreciated. But it balances out. Nobody love me more. Most of y'all, nobody love me more than them. Yeah, sure you're right, Cat Daddy. You know that. You won't make that. I don't make that work. Nah. Let me get to this video, Carolina. I'm gonna save some of that for later. You know, when around the time when the haters and the trolls get here. They always show up late for class. Now, where was I at? Molting. So you have that molting. And it's like how a thing grows. Meaning when you're dealing with humans in certain life forms, we don't metamorph, but we do in perspective in a molting fashion, meaning as you transition from a baby to an adult, you go through molts, sheddings in perspective, but it's not a full-on metamorphosis. Now, when you're dealing with insects like butterflies, flies, you know, your winged insects, they go through a metamorphosis. So, let's say a fly. A fly will start out as a maggot. This is larvae. It's like the Bible said. They'll crawl on your belly. So a fly will start out as a maggot. Well, a fly will hatch out of an egg, but it will be a maggot. That maggot will live its life or whatever, however you want to view it, and then it will go into a pupa. This is like an exoskeleton of itself. Now, when you're dealing with pupas, you have chrysalis and cocoon. So think like a caterpillar. This emerges as a moth or butterfly, but the caterpillar is larvae, no different than a maggot. And the caterpillar will cocoon itself. You get it? Kind of spin itself in a silk threading. And of course you have the exoskeleton of the caterpillar. The butterfly will emerge from it, looking just like the caterpillar until it unfolds its wings. The pupa that's left behind looks exactly like what emerged from it, minus the unfolding of the arms, and you get it? Seeing all of the glories. You're dealing with beetles. Oh my God, these. When you're dealing with beetles and other life forms, well, not beetles, butterflies. Certain butterflies, they don't cocoon themselves, but they create a chrysalis. It's like a hardened cocoon. Sometimes it looks like jewelry, golden, silvery, sometimes just colorful. And like I said, it leaves behind the pupa. The pupa looks like a direct replica of the thing, of course, before it unfolds its wings. So in the case of a fly, you have like a maggot, it will go into a pupa stage. And then from that maggot, or from that pupa, the fly will emerge out, leaving behind the pupa, which is like, in the case of like a beetle or something, it looks just like the beetle. I think it's on the thumbnail next to the pharaoh. That's like a pupa left behind of a beetle. Or that is a fly, I'm not sure. But you get my point? The beetle or fly, same difference, would have emerged from that, leaving that behind, which is like an imago. This is like the last image when you're dealing with metamorphosis. Now with the man, it's really no different. His sperm is like larvae, like a maggot, a flying one, but maggot nonetheless. Of course, he gets the egg cell. This is the body or the world. And it goes into its pupa state. It emerges out as what we know as a pharaoh. If you're lost, like I said, the sperm cell of a man, it's like larvae, like a maggot. But it's not the larvae of a fly, it's the larvae of a man. But like a fly, so it's a sort of a fly. That's why I told you guys, sperm cells are flies. They fly. Seminal fluid is atmosphere. When they get into the woman's womb, so different case. But their habitat is atmosphere, sky. They're flying. So sperm cells are like flies. The same way larvae metamorphs into a fly being the imago or the last image, leaving behind the pupa that looks just like the fly. The sperm of a man is like the fly, if the fly was the larvae or the maggot in perspective. You get my point? So just imagine a man-faced fly. This is sperm cells. But this thing is going to metamorph or go into a pupa state to evolve out in its glory. The same way a fly is just a maggot till it goes into its pupa state and emerges out in its glory. Same with a butterfly. Butterfly, caterpillar. Basically a thing crawling on its belly until it goes into its pupa state. You get it? And emerges out in its glory. Now, when you're dealing with the mummies of the pharaohs, those ain't mummies. Those are the pupas. Meaning, in some cases, that's the pupa left behind, the nice golden coffins and things that they're in. It's like the chrysalis. So you have to have an understanding of insects. This is why I said this is going to be a documentary type of video, and I'll have all the imagery. But the pharaohs ain't men like men that we know. This is why they refer to as the gods. A different kind of thing. Man being the same as the pharaohs, but man is a stage. They haven't evolved to that stage yet, if that makes sense. So, man was a fly first. No, a maggot. Crawling on his belly. Before he was a man. And so the archaeologists shouldn't touch the, they shouldn't touch the mummies. If you lost and you say, no, I don't believe that because they are wrapped in linens and stuff. A lot of insects, man, they They wrap their pupa in silk linens. Meaning, this is real life. Y'all don't understand. And so, that's why wisdom is important. But if you an archaeologist or someone like that, leave those things alone. Some of those are pupas left behind, and some of those, they're metamorphing. Meaning the time gonna come when the same way a fly or a butterfly emerges out of its pupa, time gonna come when the glory gonna emerge out of the mummy. So you don't want to deal, you don't want to touch them things, you want to leave them be. Day Snow said, I saw the video with Pharaoh and how Pharaoh correlates to the fly. I didn't do a video about what you said, Jim. Did I? Am I missing something? Oh, you talking about the piece of the video you seen? Can y'all stop getting pieces of videos and then forming full-on perspectives and all this strange stuff? That's like completely stupid. I'll be like, thanks for the jewel. You didn't get taught nothing. I just showed you, like, whatever you think you know about pharaohs, you don't. You follow? It wasn't for y'all to form no perspective. You get my point? Y'all are kind of strange in y'all ways. Y'all need to get some sort of control over the self. Wisdom is not some stupid thing that y'all kind of making it. When you hear something, then you add on a bunch of stuff. You get my point? Wisdom ain't for that. You learn. And so, like I said, when I give you little snippets of a thing, it's just to show you whatever you think you know, you could just scrap it. If you don't want to, then you don't have to. But whatever y'all thought mummies was and you saw that little snippet of a video, you should have a brain to say, okay, I have no clue what a mummy is. And so like that. Meaning most of y'all don't have no knowledge on insects. You get my point? So you see a mummy wrapped up, you're like, I don't know what that is. What they trying to preserve the body. Now just think if you was an expert on insects. You knew how they metamorph. When you saw that, the first thing you would think is, oh shit, that's like a chrysalis. Crucibles. That part. Y'all don't have no knowledge on nothing. Y'all just hearing things and running with it, and I'm a different kind of animal. I do my, it's a deep thing. I do my due diligence. Meaning I know a lot of different things. I have nothing to do with watching YouTube all day and listening to what other people say. You get my point? I understand insects. I like flies. You follow? I like tigers. I study animals. You know how they say the lion is the king of the jungle? And I told you guys he's really not the king of the jungle. Tiger is. Like that. I have to study things, have an understanding. And so like I said, most of the wisdom that I've been giving y'all is just to show y'all on the wrong track. Once you can get that through your head, then you could stop learning from the wrong track and learn from the right track, and then, you know, over time everything will start to pan out and make sense. Right now, y'all like wrong tracking, right tracking, wrong tracking, and that brain be all dumbed out to where y'all can't even see it on y'all own. But same with the Christ video with the, it's just snippets for, like, if you watch Jim Carrey or somebody explaining Christ conscious, just so you could see for yourself, okay, they don't know what they talking about. And that's no jab to them. I'm sure they If they see it, they will grasp the same thing. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about too much. I learn too fast. But try and grasp. Mummies are not to be touched. Fifth cycle said, one African guy I heard say, you know we do God of the glory. And then the group of Africans he was talking to said the God of the glory isn't God. And you ask me, what do I say to that? Don't take offense. You're stupid. A lot of y'all need to hear that. Meaning a lot of y'all, you lost in this world, you got goof bags all around you, you kind of goofy. You need somebody to look you dead in your eye like me and just tell you like you stupid. And I'm not sure who raised you. Meaning, try to put y'all up on game. The crowd is the clowns. And it don't matter what thing you in, it's always that. And most of y'all keep measuring up to the crowd. You keep trying to be down. You a fucking bozo. You're not going to be accepted in no gang. You're not going to be accepted in no high-up corporation. No thing in life don't respect that. Respect those that rise above the crowd. You follow? Y'all grew up. Some of y'all are strange, but the way y'all move are like, you know, like some weirdo shit. I put y'all up on game, y'all get a little disturbed. So, try to grasp. Flip-flopping all around, saying dumb shit. Flip-flopping all around here in this phrase and that phrase. I don't even know what you was talking about. Start here, champ. If somebody say something to you and you like, oh, what that mean? You got to come ask me. You stupid right there. How you don't know when you don't understand? How you don't have a brain to say, man, if I don't know what this nigga talking about, this nigga got to be dumb. How you bring it to me? Like it's my job to explain to you another dumb man's words. I'm just asking you. Meaning whatever this African said, what that got to do with me? What that got to do with the truth? Because that's what I deal with. Deep scholarship, secrets in life, the truth. You get my point? If you can follow what I'm saying, you can see all those errors. Do yourself some justice. Other than that, champ, you on a long line of stupidity. Meaning, you're gonna be real dumb in this life. You might as well explain dumb to you all. There's an idiot gene. IDIOT. Idiot. Wait, let me get something to drink because this is good. This is gonna be really good. See what you is all about stupid. I say that out loud. I didn't mean to like that. Man, I'll tell you, I didn't mean to like that. Oh, idiot gene. Listen close. Why do y'all do that? I'm just asking. Mainly you, fifth cycle. Why do y'all say dumb shit then go quiet? I'm just asking because I'm not used to dealing with people like y'all. When I say like y'all, you're like retarded. You get my point? I'm used to people looking in your eyes and, you know, kind of make sense, talk. I will say some dumb shit, get corrected on it, and then there's no clarification afterwards. Like, do you follow, motherfucker? Or are you still lost on dumb? So I can kick you out and shit. You feel me? Get down like that. You follow what I'm saying? If you looking stupid like you don't, that's when I get to kick you the fuck out. Cause I'm like, I wanna be a dodo bird. There's no said I'm a little behind on the video. I asked a question when you asked if anyone had questions. Fifth cycle, you stupid. Please don't get offended. I just read what you wrote. He said because he's basically telling me the reason he asked me about what the African said is because I'm the only other person that he heard speak of the glory. The stupid nigga think the glory is some deity and not a word to describe like this stupid nigga, you stupid. When I said a fly come out the pupa in its glory is wings, digits. Oh my god. I don't even know what I'm dealing with here at this point. I'm laughing, that shit's not funny. That is almost fucking ridiculous, man. This is what flip-flopping around do. It make you completely fucking stupid. Where that don't even make sense. I don't see how that don't disturb y'all. Again, he think glory is some deity. Motherfucker said God is the... You know how Christians always be like God is the... He think like... Different angles laughing. I don't... I can't do this. Like, seriously. I can't do that. That don't make no sense. My thing is this. Once I explain to you, like, if you whore your mind around, you're gonna be dumber than a mama. And I tell you a few times and you still doing it, and then you get to that point where it's like, once I explain something to you and you have a desire to still want to do it, please don't come back here. It don't even make no sense to. You get it? He said, oh, is that what they was thinking? He not a troll. He not a troll. How old are you, fifth cycle? Happy birthday, Rebecca Towns. This don't even make no sense. How old are you, fifth cycle, and what race are you? Can you please not take so long, brother? Thank you. Our sister. I can't believe this ain't funny to y'all. I ain't trying to clown nobody, but I told y'all when I first came, you see how y'all flip-flop and whore y'all mind around, meaning y'all just listen to what anybody said. I said y'all gonna be stupid. Look 7 years later how dumb y'all are. That don't make no sense. He don't even get it. Like, you get my point? This shit right here. That's why I don't know. I can go to my website and get wisdom. This shit right here got y'all stupid. Beyond what y'all can fathom. Y'all all grouped up stupid. You get it? But when y'all come out of the group, like how he here now, ain't no clue in his brain that he don't know. Like, yeah, I feel dumb as shit here. You get it? Y'all put yourselves in the dumb box. Once that happen, you get it? Your pride gonna kick in. You gonna feel out of place here. You feel kind of like you getting teased. Things like that. And you gonna scurry on back to stupid. You get it? To the infinity said it's hilarious, but I'm waiting. He don't even know his age, his race. Like that, this shit get dumb. All I could say is, you come here to learn. When you decide, like, yeah, I don't agree with him, I don't want to listen, just keep going. Because I don't want to deal with that. You get my point? I deal with honesty. Once you get lost, ain't no. When I tell y'all got to be fair and honest, a lot of y'all just look at that like that don't mean nothing. Once you decide you don't want to be that, you got to go. I don't think y'all know the levels of dumb. This shit goes so deep, y'all just have no understanding of things. But brother, can you please let us know your age and your race? Cause if you black, we fun. If you black, man, you better be white. That's OD, right? You better be white, Chinese, Mexican. You better not be black. Cause we got too many dumb. You gonna be the straw that broke down the camel's back. Please say you black, you black. Camel back, bro, break, right? I mean, camel back breaking right in that moment. I can't believe he's still here too. Brother, please don't ever comment or say anything again. Salam, shalom. Don't take offense either. There's an idiot gene. And it has to do with intelligence. Meaning y'all all have a mind or an awareness. And there's a gene that has to do with how intelligent this awareness is. So this is why we all have like different levels of. I heard you fifth cycle, cat daddy. Said I'm the same as you, man. Same age, everything. Niggas, you black, cause I'm not black. I don't subscribe to race. I fucking told you that. But y'all do. So what are you? You get my point? It's like one of my followers, Thomas Man, white dude. Mr. Silas, I don't subscribe to race. Salam. Now, the last video I did, I said, you know, white people are fucking annoying, and you know, if you seen the video, you know what I said. Well, I ain't say nothing wrong, nothing out of pocket, nothing that wasn't not true. So he found it on his heart to email me. Now, if I asked this motherfucker, I thought you wasn't white. That part. Oh, fake and phony and goofy. But says, so what makes you think I do? Because you do, champ. I don't want to play games with y'all. Whatever I say, I live by. You see me disrespect black people, white people, any goddamn race, I feel like it, nigga. I don't subscribe to race. I don't care if I disrespect y'all races, nigga. I already said what I said. That shit made up. Now, what race are you? Because y'all racist like a motherfucker playing all dumb. I don't play stupid games. Like I said, if you subscribe to race, then that make you a goddamn racist. Because everybody think they race is the best. And if you don't, then you wouldn't subscribe to race. If you thought all races was equal, we wouldn't need to have different names for races. Races is a reflection of colonization. White man come, he colonize the area, he domesticate the people. And then he name the place and they take the name after the place like pets. And so anybody subscribing to a race is technically somebody that's still in pet brain, serving a master of old. Again, if you from Puerto Rico, born and raised, men from Spain, Portugal, and Italy came here a long time ago, and your ancestors was the indigenous people running around there butt-ass naked, uncivilized, and they were sinned against. meaning they was captured, mixed breeded, or domesticated. You know, like how you do a pit bull and any kind of animal when you want to splice it down and, you know, make variety for sale. And so they came to that area and they did what they did. And they sold your goddamn ancestors all over the place. They made some light skinned ones, nigga. Some chocolatey brown, Hershey Kiss looking ones. Like that. And then they named the place and y'all took on the name. The ancestors are the descendants to come after all of those atrocities. And so this claim race is a disrespect to anybody with a brain. Mainly yourself, but y'all grasp when y'all do. Outside of that, I wouldn't care what race you are. You're just a lost pet. Hopefully you get that at one day in your life. Y'all add to all the problems. If you follow race, then that means you follow stupid ass stereotypes. That part, because every race got stereotypes about the next race. Because when you dealing with race or people of Babylon, you know, cities, they don't take the time to know nothing. They judge before they know. Meaning they know every goddamn thing before they know anything. And it's just how they flow. Y'all see people, y'all be like, that part. Already judging them, already came to a conclusion. You didn't even know them. You didn't even take a moment. They don't do the same with wisdom. You heard a little clip, now you would like that. And so, I don't deal with race, and I try not to deal with people that do and have a desire to want to add on to that stupidity. It's like I take a bunch of kids and I put them on different teams. Of course they gonna clash. That's the recipe for that. Y'all fall into all the foolishness, you know? But whoever wants to subscribe to that race, you get my point. You do your own thing. I ain't telling you you can't. If you can learn how to separate, you know, your perspective when you get here, man, I wouldn't care what race you in. Don't talk to me about it. Meaning if you're black and you say, why do you talk about black people? I'll talk about any race I feel like it. What have you been watching all this time? Who's restricted? That part, nobody. I said Mexicans was selling fucking corn with the plane on it on the highway. I don't care about no race. Y'all don't get this. Like, whatever I say, I live it. You get it if you know. But stop playing with me. Y'all know what domestication is. And y'all know what I said is the truth. And they domesticated us. And sold us. Y'all the niggas are the shit left behind. You know? The aftermath. So, I'd rather not, you know, hold up stupidities. Only two races. And dirty, filthy, negative spirits. And good, positive ones like me, nigga. Follow? And that's it. Meaning you got dishonorable people and honorable people. And that's the only races you got right there. I wouldn't care what race you subscribe to. There's low lives in that shit. And then there's something that's good. Well, you can't even say that when it comes to race, because whoever subscribed to race, they gonna go with their race, even if they is good or bad. Meaning the good Mexican gonna take the side of the bad Mexican, not the good white person or black person. Do you follow? Even if he's understanding like, no, I'm good, I don't really partake in the shit that this person in my race do. But they still my race. You follow? And it's the same with the black. It's the same with any race you dealing with. They put the race before the honor. I live by honor. Meaning if you honorable and you solid, this being the hardest thing to do. You follow? It's hard to be straight. It's hard to look niggas in their eyes and tell them, man, you dumb, man. What the fuck wrong with you, blood? And it's hard to be solid. And so, y'all view honesty and balance and fairness as a weak thing. But it's the hardest thing to do. You follow? And most of y'all, you gotta go with stuff because you're weak. Whatever somebody say, you gotta go with it. And so, like I said, honor's a deep thing. Meaning most of y'all ain't even strong enough to be honorable. There's somebody that's bullying you right now. That part. And they dictate what you do. They tell you what to do. They control your mind, the way you see things. And so, like I said, you ain't even ain't nothing more relevant than honor and balance. And so, hopefully some of y'all get there where you can, be in your glory, which is that to be able to speak truth. That's it. I speak truth all day, ain't shit gonna happen about it. Y'all can't. You know why? Because y'all scared. That's the difference. I'm saying, I'm gonna get blackballed. Homosexuals ain't gonna give me no deals. Y'all scared. You get it? And so I come so y'all be strong. You not gonna get nothing in life unless you take it. The fuck you think? Y'all got to learn. Y'all can call me or view me however y'all want, nigga. Y'all lessers. And you get that shit together. I wouldn't care how weak you are if y'all was in the jungle right now. Y'all be food. You be dinner. The body is bread, meat. And y'all don't understand the text. A nigga fry you. Again, y'all live in y'all city, so y'all forget. Hold on. That part. Y'all get ate. Again, outside of your city and the rules, there's just nature. Everything hunting everything, because everything gotta eat every day. Animals eat man. Man just don't be in the, indigenous man get ate all the time. They out there. You follow? Meaning that's an indigenous man's in. That's anybody that live in a jungle's in. They gonna get ate. You know why? Because like the good book said, the body is bread and meat. That part. Y'all raise sheep, meaning man raise sheep and all kind of animals. So we eat it. It's called meat. And Natty Forgetty the same thing. And so when you understand that, and you understand Babylon, just the covering of that part, y'all all out here eating each other in a sneaky, scary way. I'm like nature. I praying predator. Some of y'all you better become fucking predator before nightfall. Simple. Or the tribe gonna eat you. Better we have full belly than the ops, nigga, because they gonna definitely eat you. And so I don't want nothing to do with nothing but the realest. No delicates breaking my nest or nothing. I've been through that before. If you think like, damn, this nigga too stern. Nah, I've been through everything. I don't deal with lessons. It ain't worth it. And so hopefully y'all grass snapping in real life. When I was sitting around waiting for opportunities. Only opportunities in life is the ones that you take. It's like nature. The only opportunity you gonna get is when you get up and chase it down. Other than that, if you think an animal gonna come walking right into your mouth, grasp. Hopefully that wasn't too stern. I know y'all delicate. Y'all got y'all perspective of me. Y'all have y'all perspective of wise. Y'all think wise is some delicate a broken thing, some weak thing, crumpled up piece of paper with all the wrong answers on it, some flimsy shit. But it's not. And so, hopefully y'all grasp that at some point. Do like Jimmy Infinity said and hit the like button. Different angles said you gotta free the will. I have an idiot gene. And this idiot gene has to do with intelligence, like I said. Now, I'm not sure if scientists are looking into this or not, meaning this gene that has to do with intelligence. So I don't have no name for it. I just named it the idiot gene. I'm advanced, so it's a lot of stuff I touch on that science haven't gotten to yet. Like mummies, and them being what I said, pupas. But intelligence is a substance. Like I always tell you guys, everything is a substance. Sleep, awake, life. If you lost seminal fluid, is life. It's a substance. Now, the idiot gene I speak of, it pollutes the purity levels of intellect. Like I said, everything's substance. So, intellect is a substance. View your intellect as a waterfall. Everybody's. Well, view your awareness as a waterfall. And how intelligent you are is determined on how clear these waters are, how pure they are. And this is why we all have different intelligence levels. Some people's waters get more polluted than others. And how that happens is like this. You have honest and fair. This is the only law. Be fair and honest in your ways. The only way you can be fair is if you're honest with yourself. Follow? Now, when one decides to be unfair, unbalanced in their way, their perspective, they adjust their perspective to justify their action. Scrambling the brain. You get my point? Think of like when one lies. So then they have to adjust every aspect of reality or truth to fit the lie. Not realizing that's what they're doing. So like they'll say, man, a person tell one lie, then you got to tell another lie, then you got to tell another lie to cover up that lie. And you get it? Like that. One lie's connected to the next truth, so you got the lie. You get it? The truth is all connected. If you lie on one point, then you got to adjust all the other parts so they don't reveal like the lie. Unfair is like lying to the self. Unfair is like a result of envy or hate. Envy is like the beginnings of hate. But do you get my point? When one decides they don't want to be fair or honorable in their ways, they magically tangle up the brain or the mind. And from there, you get my point? You only going to be able to receive from where you vibrating on. And so this is how y'all go down y'all path of stupor. where you can't even see it till you in the presence of somebody that's wise. Then you see it, you feel like how you do, and you get it, become like a fleeing thing. But this is all real. It's the same with lie. Lie, you start to tangle up the mind. You start to forget what part was the lie and the truth, not even realizing it. And so, let me give y'all an example. It's perfect. You know, I tell y'all, man, y'all got to give back for the wisdom. You can't come in here and not give back. Life is balance. Yeah. Some of y'all don't want to. So then you adjust your perspective. You say, man ain't supposed to charge for no wisdom. Well, that's written that. Teachers get paid. Anybody you could think of that teach get paid. Where'd you get that from? All other people that don't want to be fair. You get it? Then from there it carries on. You say, man, this nigga Silas is a creep. That. Now I'm a creep in your perspective. You say, man, something ain't right about him. Something ain't right about me because you skipped over the first truth, which is you ain't fair and balanced in your ways. You used to living in Babylon where you get over. If you can get over, get over. You used to live in that way. You can't fathom what I'm talking about. Like that. But now grasp what I'm saying. It's just like a nigga that's gang banging. He don't like the good guy. That part. It's a bozo to me. All perspective. Fuck the whole perspective up. Next thing you know, you be receiving from lie only. You say how? If you have the viewpoint that wisdom or one presenting you with wisdom should not be compensated, then you can't view yourself as one on the side of wisdom. And so why the fuck will wisdom serve you? You serve lie. You didn't say nothing to the cigarette selling motherfucker. You didn't say nothing to the rapper. This nigga sell lie all day. You didn't say anything to those, but you said wisdom, which is truth. Can't sell that. That part. That don't serve wisdom or whoever's presenting this wisdom. That part. You work for that side. And so, do you get my point? The brain have to make sense. You can't speak from your envies or your dislikes and all. You get it? This is what makes y'all unfair. Then to the self, you say, no, I'm making a point. No, you're not making no point. You skipping over the self. Now, ain't a person alive that don't want to be treated fairly. You follow? Like that. But the dumb will play mind games on their self to justify the dishonor. And that half of y'all watching right now, you lost yourself in that same way and you know it in the moment. Like, you might be right. That part. You so lost into everything you done packed on to justify to yourself, nah, it ain't right that I gotta pay. Why? You pay for all kind of useless shit that destroy you. You didn't say nothing about that. Like that. You see how the mind overlooked that? It starts serving its own demise. That part. Why you ain't try to get like niggas selling rap to not have to charge so you can get that for free? Think of all the useless shit y'all pay for that y'all could complain about and get that for free. Why you didn't do that? Because you serve those things. Those lies, not even realizing it. Then when wisdom come before you, you want it to suffer. You say, man, wisdom ain't supposed to get, he ain't supposed to charge for wisdom. If I'm not supposed to charge y'all for wisdom or be compensated for my wisdom, then what am I supposed to do to take care of myself while I'm giving y'all wisdom? That part. You see how the brain is on tear down when it comes to wisdom. You ain't got nothing else in mind. You may say, go get a job. We know why you would be saying that. But if the wise person get a job, or that's your perspective, the wise man shouldn't be paid for his works. He should get a job. Then you should not be confused on only thing you ever gonna get is life. Because a person gonna put they all into whatever is compensating them. That part. Meaning y'all line everything up for yourselves to be dumb. And this is designed in life on y'all honor. See how it's perfectly designed? If they break their honor, look what's going to happen. Just in that split second. Most of y'all cut off from y'all wouldn't even talk to you. That part. Meaning you can't ask me shit if you weren't clear on something. I wouldn't even respond. But every dumb nigga in life you got access to. And that's the realities of things. Now, in regards to a teacher, or anybody giving you wisdom being compensated, I'm speaking of those that have real wisdom. Y'all confusing a teacher with a preacher and religious rhetoric with wisdom. You get my point? When you say, man, a teacher ain't supposed to get paid for wisdom, you thinking of a preacher for a church. He ain't supposed to get paid because that ain't his wisdom. He just a voice to bring souls in. That part. But when you dealing with a church, the church supposed to take care of the preacher. Meaning the church is the people and they supposed to all take care of the preacher. Now, of course, people ain't got no honor, so this is why when you in church, you see the bucket going around. Because that's the only way, nigga. Other than that, if you leave it to the church, the preacher would be dead. But technically, the preacher can't charge. What is he charging you for? You follow? Meaning, do preachers teach you anything? No. They don't. Otherwise, tell me what have you learned in all of these years from these preachers? Nothing. But their job is to bring you to the church. For the God of the church. And so, like I said, what is the preacher going to charge you for? That part. What are you going to sell you the Bible? That ain't his book. All my works is my works. It don't belong to nobody. That part. And so, do you get my point? Y'all confusing the wise teacher with a preacher in religion. Now, I ain't got nothing to do with that. And so, can y'all get y'all brains together before y'all come in here, please? Start with the honor of self, because you're not going to learn nothing, grasp nothing in life till you get that simple thing down pat. When you can move and be fair in your way with whoever you dealing with, and honest in your way. This ain't got nothing to do with going against your people. You can support your people. That ain't got nothing to do with you being dishonorable or unfair in your ways. Right is right, wrong is wrong. You're going to charge your people to be on that same accord. Otherwise, then, I guess they got the control, nigga. So you might as well just be full-fledged whatever they is. And so you can't serve two masters. Most people never get that. They try to do both. Flip-flop around and kind of benefit off of whatever they think gonna benefit them in the moment. It don't work like that. And so The foundations of my wisdom, my way of life, everything is that. Fairness. In this, everyone learns to carry their weight. Everyone has to be self-dependent at some point. This is the pinnacles of where you need to pull for. Because y'all be crying and acting like sloppy ass babies. You got grown men in the daytimes talking about their homeboys ain't looking out for them. You're a grown fucking man with kids. Has some pride. And so all of this shit start with that. Because y'all so dependent on people, y'all throw y'all lives away. Because you think somebody gonna save you and you put yourself in a position where nobody can. There's a bunch of little kids in jail because of that right there. But if they knew nobody was gonna save them, a lot of the dumb shit y'all do, y'all wouldn't do it. You get it? You got that person that lets you borrow from them every month. Anytime you ask, that's why you blew your fucking light bill money or your rent money. You get it? Y'all got crutches to bring y'all down. Now, you didn't have that person that you always let you borrow that part. You'd be a little better with your money. Meaning, dependent. Carry your weight. And so, wisdom got to do with substance. This is what a lot of y'all don't have. Raised up however you was. And that you think being a charity case is some good thing. Y'all speak charity. Say, what you gave back? This is what y'all say to people. You give back? Y'all charity. What the hell are you talking about? Again, y'all are charity talking about you gave back. How y'all giving back in y'all are charity cases? That part. Shit get weird. Mind you, whoever you giving back to, what they do to deserve to give back. When Crip Max feeding all them heroin addicts in downtown Los Angeles. Some of you motherfuckers work a good job. Shit get a little tight though. You know how they got this shit lined up. Shit, if you middle class, nigga, get rough. If you on public assistance and shit, you alright. Section 8. And if you rich, you good. But if you middle class, so it work like your whole check going to your whole bills, you ain't got no extras. And you don't qualify for none of that other shit. So, the middle class really poor. But these is motherfuckers that know how to balance their money right. So, they ain't. Meaning they make sure they shit go to everything they need to. And then they just don't have no extras. But in that, they life be alright. Now, the point I'm making is I don't ever see niggas that's giving back like that. You know why? Because don't nobody care. You niggas will give back to heroin addicts that's gonna smoke y'all shit up, forgetting about the chick that work every day, the daddy in jail she could use. You get it? Y'all not giving back with no thought in mind. It's just for attention. Mind you, what did the heroin addict do where you need to give it? That part don't make no goddamn sense in this life. I'm just following the foolish goddamn thing that's done. And so we start with that. Balance. Fair. It's the kind of shit I do when ain't nobody looking. You can't be putting middle class motherfuckers on blast, nigga. They ain't going for that. They ain't on heroin, nigga. You feel me? And y'all want to help nobody if y'all can't record it. And like I said, the middle class nigga ain't having that. Blood, you not about to put me on camera. You either helping me or you ain't. They gonna tell you straight like that. I ain't one of them dope heads down there, nigga. I got a family, nigga. Yeah, my shit a little tight, but you ain't putting me on that camera. Now let me go see y'all go help the middle class. Yeah, y'all can't because y'all ain't got no proof to show nobody. And that ain't give a fuck. That part. Niggas is responsible for all the dope heads you fucking see, the way y'all giving away. They giving away shit that dope heads didn't talking about. Why is there a heroin problem? Because niggas out here giving back to heroin addicts, nigga, for views. And this ain't got nothing to do with Crip Mac. He probably don't know nothing but heroin addicts. I ain't even gonna hold you, but you get my point? I'm making a perspective. I see a lot of y'all doing this. You ain't got shit to do with like be going downtown or wherever city y'all at to give back the bums. You know nothing of bums. You feel me? And so this shit go deep. Y'all out there giving the motherfuckers, y'all out there giving money to people and you the reason why they overdosed that weekend. That part. I don't know nothing about these kind of things. Man, it's your business. You got your views, nigga, so you good. But you go back and watch some of them videos when these people be giving certain people money. And then you come from a real kind of life and you got experience, you gonna see things different. Damn, this nigga gave that dope head enough money to kill himself tonight. That part. Dope head gonna spend all that on dope, shoot that whole shit in his arm. That would have never happened. He would have only had enough to get whatever little piece of hits he would have got here and there. And you just set that nigga off the top. What you thought, he was gonna get himself somewhere to live? Like I said, there's middle class people out here. And they the true poor. And there needs to be things put in the place for them. Because they can't depend on the government. They gotta get taxes taken out they shit to take care of the poor. While you fake rich niggas is fronting like y'all give back. They give back every check, nigga. Meaning if you work a job, you give back to the poor every goddamn week. The taxes the government take out your check is supposed to go to, you get it? Fixing up the roads, fucking food and shit for people that ain't got. My point, when somebody gonna do that, I ain't got enough followers to do nothing, but some of y'all do. That part. Most y'all parents middle class. If you blowing this shit off, your mother's a dope head on the street or she middle class. That part. How y'all don't know these things already? Your mama be a little short sometime? That part. What's there for her? Nothing, nigga. Refinance on a house so her bills go all the way up or some shit like that. But nothing real. Again, you niggas will give a whole $10,000 to a heron head. You need to get this shit together. Like I said, you got this retard gene, an idiot gene. It's a molecule. They make the waters of consciousness bitter, polluted. And this is what makes, for the stupid you see in life. And so, when one loses their balance, this is how they bitter their waters of awareness. Meaning, when y'all decide y'all don't want to be honorable, then y'all justify them dishonorable acts. And from there, you start tangling your mind on the perspective of what is just. The nigga selling dope, he justify his mind so he could do everything he do. It fuck up his perspective in reality. Next thing you know, he in jail. Thinking to himself, damn, this shit wasn't even worth it. Why he couldn't see that before then? Yeah, that part. Scramble the mind up. Justifying the truth. You get my point? Meaning life is what it is. Whatever y'all don't like, then y'all try to fix y'all perspective, but y'all forget that's y'all mind. You follow? In that, some of y'all not even really living y'all real reality. You so lost in your mind justifications. You follow? Look at it like this. You have normal, happy, and then sad. Normal is your glorious spot. Of course, happy and sad is extremes, but you need to go to these places ever so often. When you linger in one of the extremes too long, you dilute out your norm. So let's say you in a happy place for too long, excited. Let's say a rapper go on tour for a whole month and he come back to his regular life. You get it? He ready to go again. He like, this is no. But before that, he was cool with just his wife and kids and doing nothing. You get it? But once he did that, his normal become like a sadness, meaning he raised the bar. You follow? He was happy for an extended period of time. Now when he come back to normal, it feel like sad to him. You follow? He created an imbalance. Same with sad. Let's say you go into a depression, you're there for an extended period of time. When you get a little break from that sadness, you may not be back at normal, but just a little break from it, you feel like, yeah, I'm thankful. When you get it, you feeling like, yeah, I'm back at my normal. You ain't nowhere near at your normal. Some of y'all living like that and don't even realize it. Meaning you had a moment where you dropped low. You might have went through something. And you never raised back to your normal. Or above it, to a place of happiness. You just raised up out of the little, you get it? You just got a little relief. And in your mind now, that's your new norm, you get it? And you got people living at those limits emotionally, like not even realizing it because they adjusted the mind. Meaning when y'all fall to y'all low space, then y'all start to change y'all perspective. So y'all feel good in the low space. You get it? If you go broke right now and you ain't got the fly shit, then you going to adjust your perspective. Like, that's that shallow shit, and you get it? Like that. Once you adjust the perspective in that way, you come up out of your little slumber for whatever. Feel like you back normal and you not even at that normal place. You get lost like that because of that. You get my point? Now imagine if you fall into your hardship or your low place. Damn, this shit gonna blow up. If you fall into a low place, but you keep the mindset, man, it's just my low place. I'm used to having a lot though. I'm gonna keep my mind, you get it, set on whatever's what. I just fell off. Like that. You're not gonna lose your perspective. A lot of y'all living like that. Because you lost your balance or your honesty within. You like to play mind games on yourself. When you don't get your way, you start scrambling the mind up. In that, you start lowering the self. Thinking your lower state is your normal state or your higher state. You follow? A rapper can be blessed with millions of dollars, but he want to live this lie like he from the hood. He getting all drunk, linked out, doing everything they do in the hood, end up in jail. That part. Because he lost his balance. Because he want to adjust his perspective. Because he don't like the reality that he got. Which is he a geek and a bozo. That's good at writing. That part. I mean, you got a bunch of rappers that's going to have that problem. You just a geek bozo that know how to write. But you don't like that reality. So you're going to adjust your mind that you tough. And then you're going to have to live a tough life. And while it's happening, you can't foresee what's going to happen towards the end. Because you just a geek bozo that know how to write. In that, you get my point? You see how the altering the mind puts you on a whole nother path. You don't even realize it. Meaning some of y'all like that, you on a path and don't even realize it. You think you in your old normal kind of reality and swing of things, and you're gone. You've been gone. And so it's from that, losing your balance, your honesty. Balance is fair. When you lose your fairness, the only way you can lose it is when you justify the mind. Meaning you don't want to be fair in something or honest in something, so you adjust the mind or the perspective, so that you don't feel bad in what you're doing. This is the only way you can do it, is if you don't feel bad doing it. And then the only way you're not going to feel bad doing it is if you justify it to self. You follow? And so You may have to make the person a creep in your mind so you feel comfortable doing what you're doing to them, but it don't change the reality that you the creep and this is racking debt upon self. And that y'all minds be all scrambled out. This make room for you to go down to the low place. That's how most people end up there. Whether we speaking emotionally low, mentally low, or physically low, when you like in a place you don't want to be. And so hopefully y'all grasp. Now how you fix that, meaning the tangling of the mind, which is what most people suffering from. They living out their justifications instead of their real reality that they supposed to have. You follow? Meaning y'all all are supposed to be living a certain way. And the life already had that aligned for you. But you want to have control, meaning when you don't like certain things you get, or you don't like this or that, then you get my point. You start scrambling up the mind, justifying the mind, so that you can do things however you want, instead of being fair and honest in your ways. But in that, you tangle up the mind and put yourself in a perspective where you can't even receive from what is true and honorable, because you want a whole different flow. And so only way to unscramble the mind is live fair and honest. But that's not easy, because if it was, you feel me, everybody would be fair and honest. But most are already lost on their accord. And so do you get my point? It's a deep thing. Life design how it is. It's like tides. It's gonna bring you in and push you out wherever you need to be. But man don't understand that, so he don't know his mind or his awareness is like flowing waters. And that he be blown out. Like when the tide go out and not even know. You follow? He can be taking out with the tide and not even know. Speaking mentally. And that y'all be lost. Is what I'm saying making sense to you guys? Or y'all too gone? Because I know it can get like that. And so the key to everything is balance and honor. There's only one rule in life: be fair. If everybody could be fair, life would be a heaven. Because y'all can't, or act like y'all can't, then y'all all suffer unfairness, and that's it. When you getting over in the unfairness, then you feel like you won for the day. But outside of those little moments when you do get over on the unfairness, y'all just live in unfair reality. You gotta go to work every day, right? It'll take up most of your time. Bills probably cost a little more than what you bring in, so now you gotta have a spouse and shit. You know, maybe not even be the one you like, but shit, the bills got to get paid. Are y'all following? Y'all live a bunch of unfairnesses that y'all overlook. And y'all overlook it because y'all unfair in y'all ways. Or y'all been put on the path. It ain't fair y'all gotta work hard and waste all y'all money on bills. But for y'all, you know what you gonna say? And that's how it is. Yeah, for the unfair. That ain't my reality. And it only got to do with one reason why that's not my reality. A lot of y'all might want to dance around it. It's only one reason why I don't have that reality. Meaning nothing in my life is unfair to me. I'm fair, I oblige to the law. Meaning I understand nature and I make sure I'm one with it. Meaning I flow with nature. I explained to you guys what that was when I explained tides in that other video. And so, you get my point? Coming on with nature, understanding things from the essence. Y'all learning things from the city. It's distorted, but on in balance. This is just to say be fair and honest in your ways. Honest meaning with yourself, Before you lie to someone else, you already lied to yourself. You get my point? Meaning you already told yourself, I ain't telling the truth. Then you proceeded to lie. But we don't look at it like I lied to myself too. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to say the lie. You get my point? In order for you to say the lie, you took the lie. You follow? That part. Y'all pull in thought. Y'all don't create it. You took the lie. Again, thought pops in y'all mind, but y'all don't create thought. And so if you got a thought or a decision was made, which is a thought, to not be honest, you bit. Are y'all following? Some of y'all are, some of y'all not. Now they had the angel on one side, the devil on the other side. This is like an example of the consciousness that y'all are. Good thought will be pushed into the mind space, negative thought as well. But you're going to decide what you take. And so when a person lied to another, that part, they bit. In order for you to tell a lie, even if you feel like, no, the lie is beneficial to me, you still bit. Because you don't make thought. There was a point in time in your life where you couldn't even think of a lie. You get a 2-year-old, they don't even know how to lie. They just know how to say whatever is the truth. Meaning they don't even understand a lie, the existence of it, nothing. They don't know how. They will look right at their mother and be like, Mom, you're lying. And her life on the line while she's lying. It's because they don't understand lie, they can't. That part. But at some point, the test is made. Meaning lies thrown into the mind space and they will decide if they bite or not. Just like when we're unfair, these is thoughts pushed into the mind. That's why I always tell y'all, clear out the mind. You are the clarity. The thoughts gonna come in, but you the clarity. If you ain't clear, then you're gonna get infiltrated. You get a negative idea. I'm gonna sell some dope. That shit gonna have you in jail. But you bit the thought. You didn't have to. The mind didn't have to be vibrating on a negative frequency. You wouldn't even draw in the thought. You would draw in ideas to whatever negative action y'all do, there's the positive result of it. You follow? Jay-Z say he used to sell dope. He rap. Again, whatever y'all think y'all can achieve the negative way, there is the positive way too. But why the mind don't, that part, the frequency, your frequency on negativity, so you think it's going to serve you. Many before you did not get served by it. They rotting away in jail and in a pine box right now for you could see. Honor do not pay, nigga. There's innocent life dead because of the dishonorable. So you fully be clear, nigga. This shit will spread beyond the dishonorable. It's a cancer. But the dishonorable person, they on the frequency. And they brain, no, it's going to work. They don't have no thought coming in the mind from the positive side to get them whatever results they want in a positive manner. I used to sell dope. And it wasn't nothing you could have told me. You get it? Man, I wouldn't touch that shit now. I make more money now than I did then. Or at least it feel that way. I ain't got a bunch of people around me I gotta pay and shit. You follow? I'm sitting outside, smoking blunts, chilling with hoes that cause. I be chilling outside. They won't realize it, blood. I spent about $1,000 worth of water. You bum ass niggas something to drink so we could chill and not, you feel me? Sometimes you look out for the hood, the little niggas in the hood. So you might buy mad liquor so they can have fun and get drunk and act a fool. You get it? So like in that way, I don't know if I actually do make more or I don't. A lot of money wasting when you live in a sloppy, when you live in sloppy shit be going down the drain. I'll just leave it like that. It was a lot of cribs being bought, going down the drain and shit like that. I don't have those problems now, so I don't even, I might make less now, but it feel like more. You follow? Achieve the same thing in an honorable way. I just give out wisdom. Anybody that's interested in the hidden meaning, the ancient texts, ancient artwork, this thing, that. You follow? I would have never been able to do none of this back then. My mind wasn't on that frequency. Everything I do now, I could have did then. Meaning I knew how to write and type and all of that shit back then. Everything I do now, I already knew then. That's why I can move so fast. I already been knew all of this. But my mind wasn't on that frequency. So for me to sit down and type would have never happened. There's no way you would have got me to sit down for an hour. There's no way you would have got me to sit in one spot for an hour. I got to move, big baby. Ain't nothing happening over here. Y'all know how it is when you in them streets. You be moving. And shit popping in this area. I'm out. I said nowhere and I damn sure ain't typing and you get it? But once you bring the spirits down and settle a bit, start living fair and honorable, then the frequency slowly change. You start drawing in good news, the Bashir, so to say. And so hopefully y'all grasp. But it starts there. And so when you coming in here, make sure you grasp that more than anything. When you're living your life, make sure you're balanced and fair in your ways. That'll help you start to, learn from nature and things like that. Nature's a balance, a coming and going tide. If you have no balance, you'll never learn or be able to understand the lessons nature provides. They are lessons of balance. You get it? Day and night, inside, outside. A woman's menstrual cycle rising to ovulation, then bleeding out. But you have all these lessons of balance. Not the balance being the lesson, but the lesson. But they're all in balance. If you ain't balanced, you lose all the lessons. I'm not saying the lesson is day comes, then night comes. That's the balance, that's the lesson. No. There's a lesson in day, there's a lesson in night. But you will never grasp no lesson in day or no lesson given by night because you don't live a balance. And both of these things are put on a balance. If you're balanced, then you grasp. If you're not, you probably just learn from night. Maybe just day. Because you ain't got no balance. Like that, the tide comes in, the tide goes. If you ain't got no balance, so you gonna pick a side. In that you don't understand the coming and the going, the wisdom that's with the coming and the wisdom that's with the going. Like I said, nature's teaching. I don't mean like kid lessons. I mean all the deep shit that I be saying. I learn it from nature. But you gotta be able to observe. Nature don't speak. It speak in action. And you gotta have an eye to see. It's all gonna be dependent on your balance. And so most of y'all have to grasp that. There you go. Real wealth. The main thing is this. Y'all live in Babylon. The city. Do y'all dirty. Y'all have to sell y'all time to make y'all way. Meaning you have to sell y'all time to buy back resources. Because we don't own none of the land. We live in the land. Where they make us sell our time for papers. So then in turn we have to sell those papers or use those papers to get resources. Now buy apples, shit that grow on trees. If you got land and you get it? Like that. But that's okay. Some of y'all may say, man, Salah speak about his money. Why? He's supposed to be wise. We born into a place where we have to sell our time to make paper, to take that paper to buy back resources. You could take that paper to buy back your freedom. Meaning you gonna need money to get yourself land and resources. If you're some dumb person living in life, you got no money, no resources, and you think you live in some modest, heavenly, glorified life, you are what's known as a dummy in life. That don't make no sense. That part. And so you got to either have cash or resources. Resources being land, animals running around it, fruit, vegetables, everything that you would have to buy. You would need the resources and the space for the resources to have. You wasn't born on that side of life. People born on that side of life don't have cash. They got resources. People born on our side of life don't got no fucking resources. We was robbed of that. All we got is papers. Most people take those papers and they buy all kind of dumb shit. They never buy back their freedom. Where they don't need the papers. If they have it, they have it. If not, it wouldn't matter. And so that's why I make money. I was born in the conditions y'all was. Where you gotta sell your fucking time and then try to buy back a fucking apple or whatever we eat and shit. That part. And so I have to earn my way. No different than y'all. But not like y'all. You get it? I don't give nothing to Babylon. My shit going in that other way. You get my point? It costs to get wells dug. It costs to get all these things set up. But once they are, so my family and everybody I'm cool with, they ain't got no bills ever forever. And that's generational. Do you follow? That don't mean they stuck on the land and can't go into the Babylons. That mean when they in the Babylons, they always can say, fuck this place, I'm out of here. Like that. Y'all supposed to be working for that freedom. And so, kind of grass. I'm already free, but my peoples ain't. My mama still work. My sister work. Like that. And so, do you get my point? I earn money for those things. I just need to make more. Need to make more, but don't worry. You can't be fair with the unfair, which is y'all. So just visit my website and keep everything on the upscale level from here on. And just show y'all what's supposed to be done. Like I've been doing. Hopefully y'all grasp. And so know the conditions you in. I'm in a domestication place. They hitting y'all with smoke right now. Kill as many of y'all off as they can, you know. The old and the sick. The old don't work. And the sick don't work either. They both collect money from the government. So it's best they be dead. Now, of course, the government can't just pull up and start shooting y'all in the head. So do you get my point? Smoke will kill off the old and the sick, and then people like me that's healthy, we might get a little cough and then we beat it. Like that. So we can keep working. Then they ain't got to worry about all that overhead. That part. Y'all know the government be stealing a lot. So that shit be going anyway. It be going anyway, so they like, nah, we gotta get rid of these motherfuckers. It ain't like we can give it to them. Shit, we already stole it. We already sniffed yayo. They sniffed that up, my nigga, at the party. Like, they bought mad prostitutes and mad yayo. This is how the government party. Cocaine and hoes. That's all a nigga know. Jeffrey Epstein. He's partying with all that part. Again, they party like that. Cocaine and hoes. That's their thing. Heavier drugs than that too, but I'm just trying to keep it light. Little yayo. A little bit of yayo. A little bit of prostitutes. And ain't nothing else they really want. This shit go deep. And so, just be mindful where y'all at. Meaning, you actually in a city where it's being ran by cokeheads. And so, if you like, damn, America going to shit. Cokeheads. What do you suspect? Why do you think Hollywood and all the businesses is going down the drain? Why you think when you go see a movie, you like, this shit ain't got no storyline, it's just action. Like, you ain't put no time in the writing. You can't write when you high on yayo fucking with hoes all day. Just make action out there. Fuck this shit. Just make the car blow up, nigga. Fuck that. That part. So now when y'all go see Fast and Furious, the newest one, it's just action-packed storyline. Storylineless, because they high, man. You don't got time for that. And so, it's the world you live in. You can't control that, but you can control self, so get hold of the self. Now, if you join the subscription plan I got on my website, of course that's for a year, I think. I forget how long. Yeah, a year. I'll be uploading all the posts, you know, like I normally do, in deep videos, but more in depth. If you're a channel member, so everything's the same for you. If you're public, I'll be going live ever so often, but for the most part, I'm gonna be working from the website. So you can always come to upscaleknowledge.org or just join the World of Wisdom Museum. So coming in, nothing but deep posts explaining deep things in life. Ancient Egyptian scholarship, Christian scholarship, all everything. Yogas. Every day I'm gonna put content up there. And so that one is a little expensive, but it covers the whole year, and it got to do with, like, you know, what I'm the best at, you know, what y'all be stealing the most. And so you can join that. With that, you can use whatever you get on there. Just don't resell it because it's copyrighted, but you can reshare it and do whatever you want. What else? And like I said, I have the Egypt course coming up. That's not going to be as much as that. That's just how long it take you to get through it. And I'm going to have the fly to Pharaoh in the evolution video up this week sometime or next week. But I'll have it where some of y'all that's not channel members or anything, you can just go on my website and kind of purchase it like a movie, watch it. And so I'm going to be having movies like every week. If any of y'all know how to like special effect edit, email me. I might have a job for you. Other than that, y'all be well. I was going to take a leak and then come back, but I'm done. Y'all enjoy y'all evening. Salam.